Hola, welcome to Basic Simplified. Today we'll be swaying a bit away from the inflation series of videos with a video on the topic of types of unemployment. We are doing this so that we can see what kinds of unemployment there are and how to simply understand it. With COVID creating a lot of unemployment in the economy, this I thought would be a good topic, to discuss on so that exam attending people as well as students can sort of know the difference and meaning of each type of unemployment so that they don't have any confusion. It's pretty simple. Okay, without further ado, let's start it off. So first we have frictional and cyclical unemployment, voluntary and involuntary unemployment, structural and seasonal unemployment, and finally disguised unemployment and underemployment. Okay, so we'll first do the frictional and voluntary one because they are the most confusing ones, after which we'll go sequentially. So what is frictional? So if you lost your job, okay, you lost your job because you were fired because another company bought your company and laid everyone off, or any other reasons. Okay, if you lost your job and you are trying to find a new job, so you lost your job because of some conditions which were either caused by you or by anything else, and because of that friction you are trying to find a new job, which means you are under frictional unemployment. This one mostly is not under your control. You didn't make it happen, it just happened. Okay, what about voluntary unemployment? This is basically when you quit your job. The first one, you lost your job, you got fired or you lost it somehow. The other one, you quit your job. Okay, this can be because you are moving cities and everything, but basically under voluntary unemployment, it's because of one thing, because of you got a different job. You basically got a new job. Okay, so since you got a new job, you quit your earlier job. And voluntary unemployment comes in this part. So basically, when you quit your job, you have to give a notice period of 2 weeks, 3 weeks or whatever, after which you are officially relieved from the job, right? And from there, to join your new job, you might have to switch cities, switch countries, or you have to travel 50 kilometers in your own city. And you have to get a new apartment, move your things, whatever things. That period is called your transition period. And when you have a transition period by switching between jobs, that comes under voluntary unemployment because you voluntarily found a new job and you're voluntarily switching to it, right? This frictional period, this is transitional period, is your voluntary unemployment. Okay, what about cyclical? This is more suitable for capitalist economies and developed countries than India. Okay, for us this is not that suitable. It does happen, but it's not that suitable for us. So your economy is basically boom and recessions, right? So under cyclical unemployment, every time your economy is growing, that is having a boom, it is pretty damn low. It's very, very low. Okay. Whereas any time your unemployment is, your economy is declining, that is you are having a recession, it is very, very high. So cyclical unemployment is more like dependent on how the economy behaves. During booms, it's very low. During recession, it's very high. Get it? It's basically like a balancing scale. What about involuntary unemployment? This is when you have a workforce that wants to work but cannot find jobs because of drop in demand. So your demand is dropping. Okay, which means growth of an economy is also dropping. During this time, if people are not able to find jobs, that comes under involuntary unemployment. You can look at it in a pretty simple way. 2008 economic crisis, the housing bubble crash, right? You had bunch of engineering students coming out, most of them wanting to get an IT job. And when the crash happened, your economy is declining, your demand is declining, those people are ready to work but are not able to find a job. because no one's recruiting because of fall in demand, fall in growth. That is involuntary unemployment. You could argue that the engineering students don't have the required skills. That is also there. But the fact is, when demand is less, people are recruiting less, even though the number of people who want a job constantly increases, or there's a constant supply of it. Okay? Structural unemployment is really suitable to India because it is basically a mismatch between jobs and skills for that jobs. That's it. So there are IT jobs available, there are IT students available to take the job, but they don't have the required digitization or coding or programming or testing or product release or security testing, whatever type of skills are needed, they do not have it. There's a mismatch. There is like 1 million IT jobs available. There are 10 million engineering students who are ready to take up the jobs, but based on the skills, only 100,000 or only 100 of them are actually eligible. Okay, remaining not eligible because there is some huge mismatch. That's pretty much your structural unemployment. When you have jobs and when there are skill requirements for the jobs, but the workforce needs the job yet does not have the skill needed for the job, that is your structural unemployment. What about seasonal unemployment? This is more suitable to tourism and agriculture. Your famous Banganapalli mangoes or Alfonso mangoes or whatever, you get them during summertime. For, you could say, maximum of 7 months. Okay, when you have a really constant and large supply. After which, no, it's pretty much, you don't get much mangoes. You get 1 or 2 here and there, but not much. That comes under seasonal. Those mango farmers get their produce and are able to make a living only during those seasons. The other seasons, they are unemployed. That basically is your seasonal unemployment. The same for tourism. Take Kerala for example. You have tourists coming in for most of the year except the few months where you have exceptional amount of rainfall. During those months, your tourism industry is just unemployed. They don't get any revenue, they don't get any jobs. Clear? That is your seasonal unemployment. What about disguise? It's basically 5 people doing one man's job. I can't make it any simple. Pretty much that's it. You need one person to get a job done. Instead, you have 5 people running around like chickens trying to get that one person's job done. What is the productivity of the 5 people? 4 of them are 0. The other one, okay, or they are split up. When your productivity is pretty much close to 0 because there are multiple people doing 1 or 2 people's jobs, that is your disguised unemployment. Pretty simple. What about underemployment? Underemployment is basically high skilled labor in a low skilled job. That's it. You finished your BTech in IT, yet you are working as a delivery boy. You finished your MTech in computer science, yet you are working as a peon in an office. High skilled laborer, low skilled job, because he is not able to find jobs for his skill level or for his core or whatever. That is your underemployment. And with this, your types of unemployment are covered. I hope it was clear for you. If you do have any doubts, do pin it in the comments. Have a good day. Thank you. Adios.